In today's masterclass, I want to talk about both sales funnels and funnel flywheels. Because funnels are great for converting customers, and funnel flywheels are great for ascending customers and building what I call funnel ecosystems of customers that buy from you over and over again. So, title of the presentation is How to Maximize Revenue and Profit with Funnel Flywheels. So just real quick, 600 funnels. I think that's the main thing is I've done this for almost a decade now. Um, coming up to 700 funnels that I've built. And I only say that so that you can understand that this isn't just theory. It's not from ChatGPT put together slides. It's from real experience building funnels and still doing it to this day. Then also generating a couple seven figures from my own funnels as well. I'm not at Stockton's levels yet, but getting getting there slowly. So it's been a lot of fun and learned a lot. And I think that's the best thing with sales funnels in general. You learn these skills and you can sell any digital product. You can help other people do it. And these are universal skills that you can take and run any business that you want. I also have a book that I've written. I'm an international speaker, yada yada. So. Here are some of my clients. We mentioned a couple of them, but maybe there's some familiar faces here. Dan Kennedy's magneticmarketing.com. I've built that one. Couple amazing people. Just I feel so grateful being able to work with these people. And again, I learned so much from just being close to those people, and that's the power of having a community, having mentors, and being on calls like this. So. Um, just 30 seconds how I even found out about funnels because I think some people confuse like funnels versus websites. What the difference, what's the difference? And I used to run a social media marketing agency. This was like a decade ago. And the number one frustration and problem that I had was that I couldn't track the results that we were getting for our clients. Like we were doing content, I was shooting videos, and one day you can see the arrow here. One day we had an open house, like a listing for a real estate agent. And we filmed the apartment, we run the ads, and I was sitting at a cafe real close, just watching if people would show up, right? Because I wasn't there, like it was the real estate agent showed up, obviously, and then I was super nervous because I didn't know how to track the signups, the amount of results that we would generate for them. And at this moment, I knew that I had to find a way to track customers. I had to find a way to track leads. I had to find a way to track everything so I could show my worth to my clients. Little did I know at that time that this would transform my business, my life to now I can track much more than that from lifetime value to everything else. But one day, I shut down my SMMA to go all in on funnel building because I realized the power of building sales funnels that convert, that look amazing, that build trust, and have what I call conversion design. Stockton mentioned a little bit about design. I totally agree. We never want to build funnels just to make them pretty or fancy. Nobody buys from fancy, but people buy when they understand what you're saying and communicating through images and videos, and you have a brand, not just a a funnel template that looks kind of spammy. So you want to build beautiful, modern-looking funnels that build trust and communicates your offer clearly. So
There's
that's
a
the
balance for
when
sure.
it
I would say most of our creators, not most, but a good chunk of them definitely struggle with that. Like, I want to perfect it. It has to look beautiful. I'm going to spend six
Mhm.
months on it before I do anything
Well,
with it. So just
yeah, I would say to those people who are thinking about, they're kind of procrastinating, I would say just follow the sales page that I'm going to give you today. It is very simple. It's very basic for a reason because everyone can use it. It has the perfect sales page to launch a course. And then you can just customize it. Happy to talk about my design process to do that. We can get into that in the Q&A. Real quick, I know you've talked about the four different offers. You've had Stockton on, everyone has kind of seen the goal of a funnel, but my unique perspective is a couple things, and we'll get into the funnel frame, the flywheels as well. We take this to the next level, but the goal of a funnel is to find more ideal customers and clients through free offers. So when you're launching your course business, the first thing that you can do to test your message quickly, your offer quickly, is to create a free version of the thing that you're going to sell and create a lead funnel, meaning a freebie that you give away to collect emails. You build that email list. and you can use that to remarket to them and sell your paid products later. Second is to build real relationships with your audience, one to many. So a lot of people look at the funnel as a squeeze funnel, like you're gonna squeeze people until they buy or die. But I heard Ryan Dice famously said it's like popcorn, and you have this pot, and it's like people, you put them there and you warm them up, you give, and you care, and suddenly it's going to start popping and people turn into customers, but you don't burn the ones that don't. And that's the goal of a funnel, is to just get all the popcorns to pop, and get as many people as possible to buy. And then number three, to automatically convert leads to customers at scale. So I'm a big believer in automation. Everything I do is automated sales funnels where I post on YouTube to get traffic. They're pre-sold and the funnel converts them. Even at a $9.97 course price, my offer sells without a webinar. I know a lot of people preach webinars, challenges, and they work for sure. I'm just a very simple guy. I'm a chill guy, and I just like to post YouTube videos, have my sales funnels do the selling, and then customers buy, even at $9.97 on a sales page. And that's the power of a really high converting, beautiful, well written, and articulated sales copy and automated sales funnel. So you can use this. I have one at $27. I have one at $9.97. This works up to around that $1,000 mark, and then obviously you need more time to convert people at $5,000 and the higher priced offers. And then number four, to profitably cash flow through paid media with short cash cycles. So we're not big corporate companies. We don't have millions to spend and get that money back in a year from now. And so we need to cash flow within, most companies, most course creators, I would say, want to cash flow within 7 days. And that means people come in, they download something, or they go straight to buying your starter kit. And that's like $7, 17, 27. And then you have upsells where they can get the checklist, they can get the next thing, and you self-liquidate through that and get the money back within 7 days. It is not a bad funnel just because you don't break even on day one, right? Because you can have email sequences, you can follow up funnels to convert them, and have this cash cycle that self-liquidates within 7 days. And that allows you to scale faster.
And real quick on that point too, Gusten,
Yeah.
you guys remember on the last call I did, you guys talked about the free offer, low ticket offer, mid ticket offer, high ticket offer. What Gusten's talking about now, and he says this kind of self-liquidating, right? You can actually get cash from these funnels and then reinvest those. Those are what are mostly low ticket offers. They're not really meant to be profitable, but you can actually just put them back in to get paid ads.
Yeah.
But Gusten's obviously going to talk about a lot of different types of funnels. There's plenty of funnels that you can do. But just a reminder from the last call that we had.
For an example, I know I was talking, you're crushing it at Black Friday, for an example.
Yeah.
So if you just broke even on everything leading up to Black Friday, obviously there's summer deals, there's 4th of July, like there's all these other promotions you can do. But even if you just broke even and you generated a customer list of 10,000 people, imagine how much you'll make just from one promotion on Black Friday to your email list. So you have freebie seekers, or email lists from people just opting in, and then you have customer lists from people buying your low ticket, and you segment those and you do promotions, and you get these like massive cash injections. So it's crazy how much I've been able to generate from just like one email. You can
100%.
gamify this as well. If you want to go on vacation with your family, you can send 3 emails, do a deal to your email list, and it'll pay for your trip. It's kind of a fun way to gamify things.
Yeah.
And finally, number 5 is the goal of a funnel is to send people into other offers. And I call it funnel linking, or kind of like funnel chaining them together, where they go through one funnel, they get on an email list, and they get automated emails that aren't just like selling them more stuff, but actually helping them, making sure they get access to the first thing. And then you build this pre-selling email sequence that sells them on the next thing. So those are the goals of a funnel. So let's dive in. First of all, we're going to talk about the 4 different funnel types that I build for all of my clients. I know you've talked about the 4 different offers, but hopefully I can share my own perspective as well. And then the page layout that you can use to sell any course in any industry that you have, or the industry that you're in. And then funnel flywheels and how to plug that into the back end of your courses as well. So Number one, funnel type. So, like Stockton said, there's a lot of funnel types, and here's just a couple of different funnel types that I've built for clients. We have homepage funnels. A lot of people overlook these because we think websites. The goal of a homepage funnel is just to build credibility and authority, and then send people into the different offers that you have. So let's say you have an event, you have a mastermind, and you have an online course, right? And then a freebie they can download. You can just build credibility, have a couple of images of you, explain what you do, who you're helping, and then have these sort of columns of download this free thing, register for this webinar, um, get your ticket to this event, and then the fourth one could be enroll in this academy, right? And so you have this almost like a funnel hub that leads people into these different offers, and then those offers have their own funnel. Now, you don't have to be a designer. You can just use template for all of these things, and that's the beautiful thing about funnel templates. You need the structure that you just plug in your offer into those. And we have AI now, so you can get the offers done by AI. You can get the sales copy done by AI. All you need is a great funnel template to just plug it in. But ebook funnels, those are lead funnels. You just build an email list. Low ticket, we talked about that. Free challenge, paid challenge, I would only recommend those for people who have a bigger audience, because it's hard to get a lot of people, build that hype, and actually build a little bit of that event feeling during a challenge. But my favorite is ebook funnel and automated sales funnels. So these are course funnels that you sell sales page, order form, confirmation. Ebook funnels is just confirmation. No, sorry, opt-in page and confirmation, where you can then say, hey, this thing is being sent to your email. Meanwhile, check out this other thing as well. And then you have a button that takes them to this or to the low ticket $27, $37 thing.
I would say as a small addition here too, there's kind of like a overarching, like general kind of not specific funnel type, but it's like anything that you want to give away for free. Like I give away a free market research report. I give away
Yeah.
free funnel and website templates. I give away like just random AI prompts, for example, to my
Yeah.
list. I mean, there's so many free things you can give away.
I,
There's unlimited amounts you can give, but it's just kind of like a free resource of some sort is kind of a general funnel type as well.
Yeah, I give funnel templates as well. I have AI prompt. It's funny, like we're in different industries, but still we can utilize the same type of freebies. So it's interesting how that works. You just customize it to your own. Like I have one conversion calculator, so calculators work as well. Anything that gives them a quick win. Because what that does, it not only helps them, but it says if you built this, you have to know a lot about this topic. Therefore, I also want to know what else you have. Right? And so, now with Lovable and these no code tools, like you could build something in fitness. You could build like a projection calculator that shows you put in your weight, your goals, and then it'll tell you exactly what to do, and then have a button to apply for your fitness coaching, for example. Or it sends them to the fitness app or the membership or the course that you have. Event funnels, VSL funnels, webinar, very similar. Application funnels, and then quiz funnels to just sort of segment people. Product launch funnels are great as well, where you have a couple of videos rolling out and you open a cart and you close it, so you have the urgency. But I'd mainly recommend these four. I kind of talked a lot about them already, but just real quick. The homepage funnel is a must, in my opinion. It's not the first one that you do. The first one is the freebie to test what works. It's kind of like hooks to see what people are interested in. And then I would say the paid one, so the third one, the paid one is the next one, and then you build the homepage to just funnel into those. So a lot of people think that you need the website first. I wouldn't recommend you build the website first. You want to have something that builds your email list, but also sells them on you. And then the automated sales funnel is, depending on the traffic. Are you running ads, or are you posting on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or doing both? And then here's something interesting with the high ticket funnel, and why I said that maybe I can add my own perspective on this as well. So a lot of people build sales teams, and that they work great. They've always worked. I am kind of, again, very simple guy. I don't want to do sales calls. I've never done, well, I've done a couple sales calls, but I've closed hundreds of funnel builds in just DMs. And then I switched to coaching and I did the same thing there. So I have um, a two-step post. I call it a funnel because it's social media, DMs, and then a Google document with a sales message, and then a link to my WhatsApp. So now I have this one-on-one conversation. I think this will be helpful for a lot of you, where you can just test your funnel with a Google Doc as well, and people message you, you qualify them, and you send them the payment link in your DMs as well. So
I'm
now
excited to
you're
talk
running.
about I'm excited to talk about that one too, Gusten, because this is one you guys all know, right? I'm one of the biggest proponents of like hop on a call with your customers. And whether it's a
Yeah,
DM, it's kind of serves the same purpose. You're talking to them. And I think too
yeah,
many people, Gusten, try to like automate too fast. They want to get to like
oh
the
yeah,
sexy, like, okay, run an ad. It's like a vending machine. You have a funnel and it poops out money. And people kind of
yeah,
misunderstand, like even us to this day, any funnel that I launch, almost without
yeah,
fail, I have my team or myself literally hop on calls. I give them the thing that I promised, the freebie or the whatever, and then I
yeah,
call them and I say, "Hey, how was it? Did you get the value from it? What were you hoping? What did you get out of it?" And then I get all that feedback, and I oftentimes close people on those calls. And then after I do that enough times, then I get to the fun, automated, sexy stuff that everyone talks about. So I'm excited to talk more about that
yeah,
one too.
yeah, for sure. And I think what you said there, the most valuable thing about talking to people is understanding what they need, right? So yes, you can convert more as well. So it depends if you're optimizing for like a family lifestyle where you don't want to have a filled calendar. Like I have one call per week on my calendar. Now I have two because of this call and this is fun.
Hmm.
So it's just what you're optimizing for. So I would rather make a little bit less, right? Um, but that's because I've been in the game, right? So I'm okay with that. If you want to get quickly up and running, launch your course, talk to people, yes, 100%. I agree with you there, Stockton. All right, the page layout. So before I show you like the structure, I just want to give you the customer, the purchase decision, what happens in their brain. So from the point of your ad or your social media content or your email that you send out to people, there's always this desire that people have to either get closer to this reward, this outcome, or move away from a specific pain. And so there's a desire to get this transformation, right? So when they land on your sales page, they're right here and they're like, man, I really want to, get that six pack. I want to start my creative business. I want to um, launch my course. Like there's always this desire, but then um, they relate to the pain of the struggle because they've tried a lot of things. Who here have before this business that you're in, you've tried something else or at least thought about something else? And so when we're selling something, we have to understand that they're kind of skeptical, and so like the chances, the odds go down at first, and then we have the process and the page structure I'm going to show you. We take them back to hope because we show that we've been able to do this. Maybe we have testimonials of other people doing this, and so we're building hope. Yes, it's possible. I totally get it, right? So we have a little bit of relatability and authority. And then we build belief. And the only goal of a sales message, sales copy, and sales funnel is to build belief. Break limiting beliefs, build new ones. There's three different beliefs. There's product-based beliefs, there's people-based beliefs, and priority-based beliefs. So do I actually want this thing? Do I think that this can help me? People-based is, do I trust you? And do I think that I'm going to be able to do this? So if it's a fitness course, yes, I trust you, but maybe I've tried so many courses and I've failed. I still haven't lost weight. Therefore, I'm skeptical that I can complete. So the sales page has to cover all these things to build a belief that I trust you, I love this thing, it's a great offer, and I believe that I can do it. Right. And then the third one is priority, price wise, risk reversal, maybe urgency. Right. So you can see how things are coming together to overcome all those beliefs. And then you have belief and hope and desire. You understand there's been pain, but then there's always that risk, and once you overcome that, there's action. So uh, I call it this 10p sales page, and if it's cool with everyone, if you can put a 1 in the chat, I want to share my Figma, and I want to show you the 10p sales page and kind of couple things. So are we getting any messages,
Oh yeah, we're
Stockton?
getting tons of ones here. We got 30 people
Amazing.
in their ones.
Amazing. So I'm going to go here. I call it funnel in a box. And the 10 piece are as following. First, I'm going to go through the 10 piece and then show you real examples and just, slight changes in design, kind of what that can look for you specifically. So first we have the promise of outcome. So what is the thing that they're getting? right? So it could look something like this. So who is it for? You notice that we have social proof, we have testimonial, we have risk reversal, we have credibility, all within one section, even an email, right? And so we have promise of outcome. We have a problem, a specific problem. And because of that problem, they're likely experiencing these pain points. And then we have proof of results for ourselves. Notice there's two types of proof. I call this evidence-based selling because you have proof that you can say directly internally. Because I've done this, I have this proof. It's easier in some, like in fitness, you can show your own results. In business, you can show screenshots of your sales. But then you have external direct evidence as well of people, other people recommending you, other people having results. And so first, I like to introduce the sort of the guide that helps people, and then down here you have proof of recommendation after the price, right? So promise, problem, pain points because of that, proof of results, and then now they trust you. So remember the purchase decision journey. And once they go from emotional, now they're ready, they're interested, they have this hope and belief. We have the process, and that's more like the logical step. That's why you see like get started in 3 simple steps. Book your free call with us. Let's create a one-on-one plan with you, and then step number 3, scale your business or launch your software, whatever the offer is, right? And then positioning of the offer. This is where you talk about the USP. Why is this different, right? So the process can already be different, but it's more logical. Like here's what's going to happen. Here's how you get it. And then the offer is here's everything included. Price anchor is normally worth this much, or we're doing a special deal right now. And then social proof, priority. So this can be a countdown timer. Um, it can be a special price because of a campaign, Black Friday, that sort of thing. And then maybe you're doing fitness coaching. I use fitness a lot because it's a simple example, but it could be that it's limited to 10 people because you're working with people one-on-one on the back end. So sorry if this isn't like 100% me just talking specifically to course creators because or courses, because I understand a lot of you also have coaching programs on the back end, right? So I want to tailor it to everybody on the call.
No, this is perfect, man. I mean, this is anybody, any and all info products, right? I mean,
Yeah.
coaching programs are part of courses. We have
Yeah.
coaching programs, we have courses. Anything you guys sell with education is super valuable. And I mean, this is like
Yeah.
we're hearing it straight from the horse's mouth, guys. This is the guy who's just built funnels for some of the world's biggest brands. Many of you guys have bought products from these people, and this is the psychology behind all of it. Quick, I guess,
Yeah.
insert question here while you're going through this, Gusten. I
Yeah.
think one thing that I know a lot of people are already thinking at this point is like, man, there's a lot of steps here. That was like a lot of things to go through in a funnel. Are you supposed to put every single one of those parts in every single funnel that you build, right? If I want to make a
I'm
simple,
so glad I'm so
yeah.
glad you asked because that's literally like the next here. Notice this right here. These are the same type of funnels, right? And in one, whoops, what's that? Convert, retain, ascend. That's a method. That's a methodology, but that's the process. And this right here is a process. But you can also have testimonial here, but you can also have it here instead. And so it's more about the psychology of getting the checkboxes checked and saying, I now trust you. So it's again the purchase decision journey and the beliefs that people have. I'm looking for transformation. Do I trust you, first of all? Do I think that the vehicle that you have, do I think that's the thing that's going to get me to my goals? Right? So we call this angle creation. So if it's fitness, the angle could be keto, but it could also be, you know, walk 20 minutes per day, right? And so the psychology is checking the social proof, having a great offer, having a new opportunity or a new specific process, an angle that they haven't tried yet, right? And is building beliefs throughout the page. Now, one thing I'll say when we do CRO, conversion rate optimization, sometimes we notice that the testimonial that we love, like our best testimonial, maybe it's down here, we noticed that only 28% scroll down this far, right? Because believe it or not, most people drop off after this. That's just like the math of consumption on sales pages. And so then we noticed, wait a minute, we have to either change the headline to make it more like curiosity based and increase the time that people spend on this and actually Like they buy into it to read the copy. Or we have to move up the offer. So I'll show you without going too deep on a side tension. On my $27 offer, I moved up a lot of my offer stuff. I moved up and cut out a lot of stuff to just get straight to the point. Instead of first talking too much about the pain point, like a lot of times when it's lower ticket, you just get straight to the offer if the offer can sell itself. And then if you're selling something very unique, like maybe you need more time to explain it through the sales copy before you drop the price. Because there's no value in price, there's value in offer. Long, I know, long answer to a short question, but hopefully
That's
that's
great.
valuable. All right, so then specifically what this can look like. In other words, I've written big promise, empathy, opportunity, vehicle to get there, unique selling point. Some of you may have seen this before and after, or old way versus new way, or hard versus simple. And Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi, when they hired me, we ran a challenge, a free challenge that we brought 900,000 people through it. 5-day challenge. And I started using this before the challenge and after the challenge. And now you see it on every single, like all the big ones that are doing events. Everyone is like, after this event or after this challenge, here's what you're going to experience. Because it's a transformation and it says clearly, like you're probably experienced it. So it doesn't say, does this sound like you? Even though I use that language on some funnels, on that one specifically, to your point, this one is different in the section that we're using, but it's getting the same goal across of showing them like the transformation, the process of getting there. So, one thing, and I can share this with people if anyone is interested. There's nothing to buy. Like you can just take it, you can paste it into ChatGPT. What I've done,
Everyone's gonna want this, just FYI.
I'm a little bit of a geek. So what I've done here is I've taken a couple of different these sections and then written a couple different headlines. So what you can do is just screenshot, go into ChatGPT, maybe screenshot this with the headline, with the pre-header and the sub-headline and all these buttons, and just say like, which headline would you recommend for my offer? Which call to action could I try next? Right. So you have a lot of these. I like to use outcome-based buttons. Use a lot of free
Yeah, is
free.
this if this is a link you're willing to share, Goose, and people would go bonkers for it. You already got everyone just like losing their minds. They would love this. So yeah, if you're cool with it, that'd be awesome, dude.
I'll drop it. I'll drop it in the chat. One sec.
Amazing, guys. Look at this. Round of
There we
applause for
go.
Gusten dropping some bombs.
So this is what it looks like. We have maybe your team can drop the funnel template as well. So this page structure is following that same design. And all you gotta do for now is just change the picture of your offer, change the copy. Here's, the bonuses that you have, the testimonials, but keep the same structure for now. And then you can test against this when you're doing conversion rate optimization. You can do split testing. You can test these things and
Okay,
see what.
so Goosen guys has been kind enough. He is again, he's building these funnels all the time. He is making designs. I'm gonna drop a quick link here for you guys all. We're gonna give you two links here. So the first one is the link to that specific funnel he just shared. That's one of his brand new templates. The second link is going to be this link here. This is a whole bunch of options. Now, normally I get kind of weary when I give you guys links to lots of options, but these are really good designs. You guys can preview them. If you just click on this little link here, it'll show you what the funnel template looks like live. So this is what the template looks like, right? This is more of um, there's a female kind of
Yeah.
feminine driven ones, more masculine ones, because I know we've got lots of females in here as well. And sometimes you guys feel like our branding is too masculine, which probably is, but tons of options here, right? You guys can look through and shop around. These are all designed by Gusten himself, really good designs. But this brand new one he's dropping today, Ken, if you could release that link right now in the Zoom chat, that's going to pull up a link, guys, to your CC360 account. And let's see here. Let me show you guys what it'll look like. It's going to be this link here. It's going to say copy of this funnel. It's a funnel in a box, master template, light version. Just click add funnel and then you add it to your account. Keep the name the same and then you can change the name after it's imported into your account. It takes like 30 seconds and that's the most recent template that Gusten is sharing right now.
By the way, we have a couple more that we'll give you on Monday. So we're always working on new templates. I'll have Stockton drop some funnel templates to you on Monday as well. Um,
Only if you
I'll
guys want it, though, of course. I mean, if you guys would rather
yeah.
not,
I mean, I don't.
we won't
Yeah,
share.
yeah. Like here's one that we redesigned to. It's using the same structure. It's just designed a little bit differently, maybe for more feminine brands. So I like this one as well a lot. We'll get those links all to you in the chat and then on Monday. Um, wow, time is flying. Let me get through flywheels real quick. So if I have a couple more minutes, it's okay if I go for five
Yeah,
more
let's rock
minutes.
and roll, and then get your guys' questions ready so that Gusten can answer them. Just depends how much
Awesome.
time you've got, Gusten. But yeah, it's been awesome so far, man. We're people loving it.
Awesome, awesome. So flywheels, what is a flywheel? So a flywheel, if you look at Amazon, it's got, great products, a lot of products, which means more sellers want to be there, more customers, cheap prices, great shipping, or fast shipping. And so it creates this flywheel of it just keeps growing, right? Um, and what I've distilled this down to is like, what's the difference between a funnel and a flywheel? Because a funnel, the goal is to what? Is to convert people, find more people, convert more people, ascend people. And so get customers, but number two is to keep customers. And the goal of a flywheel is to turn customers into clients. So when you have a course or you have an info product, that is a customer, it's a community member, it's an audience member. They're still not a client unless you sell them a coaching program, consulting program, maybe a membership that is a little bit more high end and high touch. And so when you do that, you can charge more for more access to you. You get repeat buyers, and so you create offers where they can buy from you again and again. And then you focus, just like Stockton is doing, always focusing on the product, the community, the experience, always asking what you need more of and delivering. That's how you build a flywheel, because now you also get word of mouth, you get referrals, you get um, organic growth without just having to spend more on ads. And that's the best business you can have. And then because of that, customers turn into raving fans and promoters of your brand. So now you can even get brand ambassadors, you can have affiliates. But the most powerful part about this, yes, you have happy customers, which is important. Uh, and they also promote you to other people. If someone asks like, "Hey, what's your experience been with this person?" The comments will be super positive as well, the reviews and everything. So super important to build out these flywheels. So I've created this graphic to illustrate it. Number one, the goal is to find new customers, convert in funnel, upsell next step in the what we call an OTO, a one-time offer. So my $27 offer um, is a bundle, and then I have a $17 checklist that is it's kind of like the next thing. So it supports the bundle. And the OTO, the one-time offer, the upsell one, is a $47 product that is usually a $97 product. So I discounted 50% off. So it's a one-time offer, meaning because you're here, you're gonna get it for 50% off, and it's a 7-day challenge to implement the thing that I'm selling. So always ask yourself, like, if I'm selling this thing, what's the next thing that someone would want? So it could be, for me, like if I sell funnel templates, it could be funnel design. Maybe you want to do funnel design. Or it could be, if you're launching a course, the next thing could be traffic, right? So think about logical next steps, and you can ask ChatGPT like, hey, screenshot this graphic actually and say, hey, I have this offer, this course that I'm selling. What could be like an upsell that I can create? A low ticket offer with upsells, and you'll get a lot of ideas from there. And then cross sell supporting products. So what are some things that would also help them? These are called like community funnels, because you can have them, you upsell in a funnel, but in a flywheel, you have supporting products like a catalog or a menu. A lot of people call these like catalog models or menu models, where you have a menu of products where people can always find something to buy from you. And this only works if they're happy with the first one, obviously. But that should be the number one priority. And then ascend to backend either through sales calls or Google Docs, like DM funnels, and then retain. If you can have some sort of monthly retainer, like a subscription or membership offer, that's really good. But another way, if you don't want to have that, or if you think it's a lot of work to release new stuff every month, You can also create payment plans for mid and high ticket offers. So my 997 offer has payment plans as well. And I've recently dropped a membership offer that's $99 a month. So now I have recurring revenue, but also the payment plans are nice recurring revenue as well. Like the goal is obviously to get as much upfront as possible because then you make more this month. And so I think a lot of times if people stay with higher tier, mid ticket, high ticket offers, like have a course, have a coaching program, and maybe like a one-on-one offer and then one group program. And then you have save when you pay in full and you have payment plans, that will be enough for you. You don't have to overcomplicate it with like a $7 per month app, and especially if you don't have a big audience. So side note there. And then Ignite to promoters. So always collect testimonials. I've done this mistake a lot where I don't ask for testimonials, I don't ask for reviews. And so it's something I'm starting to focus on more now. But still, without doing that, I still have people recommending me to other people. They tag me in comments when people ask about, funnel builders, funnel building courses, and so on. Templates is a big one that I'm getting recommended in a lot. So these are the 7 steps to a flywheel, a funnel flywheel. And then examples. My homepage, my funnel agency, $27 thing, and then $997. So thank you. That's me. And now Q&A.
All
So
righty. Well, guys, we got a bunch to get into. I mean, there's a ton of questions that are already coming through, Goose, and I'll try to kind of feed you some so we can get through the majority of the questions.
amazing.
I already know we're going to get some questions about this, guys. If you weren't aware, guess what? Gusten and I partnered last year around Black Friday, and he actually added to our courses his very own Funnels University. So you guys all get access to this by default when you are in your subscription, right? As a part of you guys being a part of Course Creator 60, obviously we give you a whole bunch of education, right? You don't just have to wait for these coaching calls. We give you guys everything we've learned on how to sell $30 million plus of online courses. It's all just included, right? But this is Goosen's whole course here. So he goes really, really deep into a lot more things outside of just what you've learned here today. But while we have Goosen, let's jump into some Q&As here. So Goosen, one question we got from somebody. They asked, hey, how would you recommend using this for the 30-day course creator challenge? So in our course, we teach people to, get to market as fast as possible by just
Yeah.
launching a coaching program, right? Just get people on calls and close them. What funnel would you recommend? Or if you have a template as well on that big sheet that you gave me as well, that people could
Yeah.
use to just like, what would you use to get people on a phone call to just learn more about them, kind of a sales call type funnel? And
Perfect.
have you found success with those?
So what I would use and what I've used a lot in my funnel building like inner circle is a sales page, but instead of the order form, we actually did take calls on that one. I had a partner in the inner circle for funnel builders, and he took the sales calls, right? So I could focus more on helping people. And so the sales page, what it does, it pre-sells people. So when you get on a call, they're actually pre-sold already. All right, so your calls are more like 15, 30 minutes instead of 45 minutes, an hour, where people say, like, let me think about it. So I like to use both YouTube funnels and sales pages as a pre-selling funnel, meaning I create content that sells for me. So I build trust and credibility, sells them on my specific process, sells them on me. And then so if I do DM closing or calls, they know who I am, they trust me. I've had people jump on a call with me and they're like, I feel like I'm talking to a celebrity because they've watched the content so much,
Yep.
right? So no matter if you're doing an application with a VSL, make sure the VSL is doing all of the selling so that people are ready when they jump on that sales call.
Yeah, and it
And
sounds
so,
like, I mean, Goosen, you found tons of success with YouTube. I mean, that's one of our best performing ways to
yeah,
just pre-sell people is they watch an hour long YouTube
yeah,
video. And if you got a link to book a call with you, right? Again, I recommend you guys have them book a call with you personally when you start. Once you start to scale
yeah.
your business and you're more valuable in other areas, obviously you can hire a sales team. But has that been one of your best performing funnels too? Is just like YouTube video push to either a call
Yeah.
or to one of your funnels to buy your stuff?
Yeah, when I started was Facebook because the funnel building community has been big on Facebook for a long time. So this, for someone else, it might be TikTok, right? But for me, it started on Facebook and then YouTube. I started with search like keywords, and so people would look up different softwares and funnel types and everything. And so I would just, trend jack those, hijack those trends and build up my YouTube channel, but it takes a little bit longer. So I would recommend just posting on social media in general and then building up the YouTube channel like a long-term investment because it's an asset. I call them digital assets, like like digital real estate kind of. When you have that personal brand, it's going to be so much easier to sell your digital products.
Amazing. Okay, a lot of your guys' questions, guys. Some of you guys some questions about like broader kind of business stuff. I'll get to that in the remaining kind of 30 minutes of this coaching call. While we've got Gusten on today, just speaking specifically about funnels, I'm gonna go deeper into some of these here. Um, let's see. And if you guys have questions, drop them quickly before Gusten has to head out here. Let's see. Gusten, any special recommendations for highly emotion-based course sales without clear metrics for customers? So, like, yeah, more qualitative courses. Like, I'm not really helping people to make money, for example, but helping people improve their passion in their marriage. How would you go about structuring funnel and selling offers that aren't more monetary based? They're more
Mhm.
so qualitative, kind of improving things.
So the main thing for those type of offers is the angle. It has to be it has to be different, right? So you don't even have to have the best results. It just have to be different, something that not everyone is talking about. Like I heard someone famous say, right now, one of the best angles you can have is to not talk about AI, right? And it's funny, I love AI, right? I use it all the time, but that's an example of having a different, unique angle where you say like, hey, we build genuine connection because everyone is talking about AI. That's going against what everyone else is doing, right? So if I, for example, if let's say if I get in shape and I start teaching my protocol for getting in shape, it wouldn't be like get a gym membership, here's all the supplements that you need. It would be something more simple because I'm a simple guy. And so it's more like find a hobby that you can spend hours outside where it doesn't feel like workout. For me, that's golfing. That's a unique angle where you say, like, I'm just going to help you build or get this specific transformation and have a specific process of getting there. Now, I still follow the same sales page structure, right? You still need to show results. You need to show them how it's going to work. What specific pain points do they have? Um, when it comes to pricing, you might charge less than someone selling a BizOp, which is, how to make more money, how to save your money, how
Yeah.
to invest and multiply your money, that sort of thing.
Let me share one quick little add on there, guys, on this point that
Yeah.
Gusten just hit. When it comes to whatever you're teaching, whether it's something more monetary in nature, like, hey, we help you to make money with courses or with, filmmaking, like we do the full-time filmmaker, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Um, there's these really good systems and frameworks. Gusten included this on this Figma file that he sent over here. He talks about, on this one part here, this is like a system. And I dropped this link on the last coaching call. I'll do it again here. There are three types of systems that you guys can make when you are trying to teach things online or put them on your funnels as well. These are unique kind of methodologies and system naming conventions that feel like they're unique to you. And these two PDFs, I'm going to drop them in the Zoom chat here in a minute. You can grab these, right, and drop them in the chat GPT. So whoever just asked that question, I can't remember who it was. I'm going to show you how you drop these into chat GPT, right? And you say, hey, I need to come up with some system names for, and then whoever asked that question was helping people improve their passion in their marriage, right? Look at the different system types and give me some methodology naming formulas for a formula that I can teach as the expert on helping people to improve their passion in marriages. So that's an example of a prompt, right? And watch what it spits out here. This is what has led me to make some really, really exceptional course content. I talk about like my Lego framework for how I write emails. Guess what, guys?
Yeah.
I did not come up with that myself. This was AI that helped me develop this Lego framework right here for the four types of emails that I send for email nurture sequences, right? Or the craft prompting process. That was all ideas that I just gave AI with these two PDFs right
Mhm.
here. And then it's, took my brain and my knowledge that I have about
Yeah.
emails and then it spit out this unique selling proposition, which is kind of what, again, Goose, and you kind of split these and, sprinkle these out throughout your funnels because, it makes us feel like, oh, this is exclusive. This is something that you've
Yeah.
developed. It's
Like
not
I
just,
had
yeah,
I had the 7-step flywheel for an example.
yeah,
Like it was all in my brain. I just had to articulate it in a process that's simple to follow, right? So I like to do it like to put everything that I have on paper and then say, ChatGPT, can you complete this? Like what am I missing? Like what's lacking here? And from there, I'm like, no, this isn't good. But this, I actually didn't think about this, but I have been using this. So I kind of use it as a second brain to extend my brain power.
Amazing. Yeah, it's chat's taking a minute here. I might I'm using O3 on this. I'll show you guys the output in a minute, but I'm going to drop you guys the Dropbox link to those two PDFs there. That's a really cool hack that you can use. And who just asked it? I think it was Kathy. Somebody asked it. That's a good example for those of you who aren't really in monetary, fields. I got a marriage coach previously who we use this on, and this just helps your methodologies, your systems. It helps your course material. You get to make YouTube videos on this. You can use it in your
Mm.
funnels. It's just really, really good to have these conventions, these whether they're acronym based or phase based, right? The 10 secrets to blank, the 4 pillars to whatever. It just gives you some direction and structure to your education, but also your offer as a whole. So
Can
I'm
I
going to drop that in
can I
the
give one more example, Stockton?
yeah.
On this. So in sales, everyone is talking about sales scripts. Everyone is talking about tonality. And a good friend of mine, he went against all of that and he said, no, the secret to selling more is internal. It's all internal. It's like internal mastery. It's your habits. It's setting your own standards. And he's crushing it. Like his inner circle, his coaching program is crushing it. And so this just goes to show when you have a unique process, something you really believe in. So marriage, for example, like what is it actually? Let's say it's like one thing and that's communication, or one thing and it's understanding that marriage is supporting both of us. It's not making it harder for two people. It's making it easy, like something specific that you really believe in. You take a stand in, that becomes your thing, and that will draw people to you because you're convinced, you're confident, and you have the results to back it up. And so that's just one example.
Amazing. Just dropped the link for you guys. Here's the output that AI gave me just on that one example here. Right. This is for, again, a pretty bad prompt, but like helping people improve the passion for marriage. Right. So it gave the spark, intimacy, speak, play, admire, romance, kindle. Right. That is something that you could throw on the landing page. Right. You could then have your graphic designer on Fiverr or somewhere else for like 20 bucks, make a graphic of the spark method. Right. This is my unique spark method for what I've used to help 300 plus couples overcome their intimacy struggles and get out of that, roommate syndrome where you feel like you're just living with somebody in your bedroom and they're not your husband. And then boom, it's like, wow, this sound, it feels, it just, there's something about, I guess, naming
Yeah.
those. You've seen the best marketers that you've made funnels for, Gusten, like Russell Brunson. He loves framework names and all those things. And
Yeah. Yeah.
it just,
By the way, you can find all of these in Canva. So I just search the elements, the graphics. I just search like 3 circles, 7 steps. Like I just search that in Canva and just add text to it,
yeah,
and then I tweak it until it looks great.
it's awesome. Okay, questions, guys. We got like how much more time you got here, Goosen? I know the last like 20 to 30 minutes I'll kind of take over because I know
Yeah,
your
I
time is
got a
valuable.
couple more questions.
But okay,
Let's do a couple more.
how would you okay, this has come up twice in this call. How would you build trust and testimonials if you're just getting started? You don't really have much credibility. You haven't helped people like you have. You've worked with Tony Robbins and all these big people. What if I'm just like a nobody right now, right? Or I
Yeah.
feel like a nobody. I don't really have these
Yeah.
huge generous results.
So free coaching call in exchange for testimonial, right? Or free course access in exchange for a testimonial. You make a 2-step post on social media. You say, hey, I'm excited to announce that I'm launching this course, but right now I'm going to give away 5 spots to someone to test it out. And in exchange for that, I just want your honest feedback, right? So there's no pressure. People give you a testimonial. They love it. You also get a chance to ask them, how can we make it better? What was missing? How, what could we add to it to make the experience even better?
Awesome.
I
It
do the
calls for
same.
everything.
Sorry.
I said calls for everything, and that'll this new feature that's dropping into Course Creator 60 guys the next month or so. This will allow you guys. That's how I got all my video testimonials, right? You may not have any right now, and that's fine, right? But I just give it in exchange for value of some sort. Every single
Yeah.
review you guys are seeing on like Course Creator Pro, we have, I don't know, 50. I got all 50 of these video testimonials in I think it was 48 hours. Just because I ran one campaign to my Facebook group and I said, "Hey guys, get this free thing, film me a 2 minute
Yeah.
testimonial," and they submit their thing, they film it on their phone, and boom, they're done. So that feature will
Yeah.
help you guys to do that, but really easy.
Yeah, I did the same thing when I updated my course. It was the 2.0 version. I said, everyone giving me a testimonial video, like honest feedback. will get first access. So just give them something in return. You can't bribe them, obviously,
Yeah.
but you can give them like a bonus or something, or early access.
Okay. Other questions. The video currently working on is the executive framework. Yeah, Joe is working on the farts framework. That's a really good framework name there, Joe. Excited to see that come out for your audience. Yeah, Joe Simpson, guys. You know Joe. Joe is he sold like I think he's up to $1.5 million with his car tuning course, Tune the Trilogy. He's got a YouTube channel, but
Amazing.
he's you talk about niche, right? We got people here who
Yeah.
are doing multi seven figures with just some of the craziest niches. Um,
I've done a funnel for a cartoon guy that worked in Hollywood. I forgot his name now. It's been a couple of years, but yeah, there's like there's possibilities in and a lot of potential in every niche out there.
Talk about best funnel to sell like software or using coaching slash
Demo
courses.
funnels.
Demo funnels.
So yeah, for software, I use the same type of homepage funnel. This is the thing with funnels. If you have the structure, you can just change. Like even with the templates, if you like the structure, but you don't like the images because it's not your niche, just change the colors and the images. Like the structure is everything. So for a software funnel, it's the same as a homepage template for almost any business. It's just the same, the trust, the problems, and the call to action is different because it's like get your free 14-day trial, get a free demo, right? So it's just the call to action is different, but the psychology is the same. Like, why is this software different? Compare it to other people, not just feature wise, um, but how is it different?
Amazing. Yeah, and again, like Gusten said, guys, he is going to actually be making some custom templates. We're going to drop them on Monday, some more exciting ones. We got a bunch of questions for you guys. I asked what questions you guys have for Gusten before this call went live,
I see
and
Cameron has one. Cameron Thomas, a good one. What about for incomplete courses that I want to sell while still building internally? So, Cameron, this is a great question. So, what you do is you pre-launch it for a discounted price, and you do this for them. I know a lot of people are like, I want to do this because it takes a long time to build it. You build it when it's like 30% done, and then you talk to them to see what else they want. So you build like an MVP and you keep adding only what people want, obviously still fitting within what you're able to teach and what you've accomplished yourself. But then you increase the price slowly, which does what? It creates real urgency where you say price is going up from, if it's a membership, it goes up from 47 to 57 a month. My first 97 a month membership, I did this from 47 to 57, 67, all the way to 97. And every time I increased it, we got more people joining, right? And then when it's filled, when it's like complete, you do a massive like launch promotion, and then you get an even bigger cash injection.
yeah, Joe Simpson is. I always use him as an example here on that exact point. Cameron, he sold his course. He was like trying to perfect it, right? He was building his course and he was going to launch it a year later. And I said, Joe, just get it out. And 20% of his finished course, he ended up launching
Yeah.
to his car tuning YouTube channel. And he
Yeah.
did $100,000 in 30 days. Fast forward a year
Wow.
and a half, he's done $1.5 million. And he launched it and he found out, he was like, shoot, I did not realize I was building the wrong course. I was building it
Mm.
way too advanced. And he would not have known that. He would have built the whole wrong structure and curriculum because he was trying to perfect this beautiful thing and he launched it way too late. But took our advice, he launched it, got some feedback, and he built it with his customers, which kind of goes into a next question here from Justin. Or sorry, let's go to Noreen. What about very traditional businesses like doctors, lawyers, CPAs, so they don't come across as too cute or campy? I think a big common objection people have with funnels, Goosen, is like people feel like, oh, it kind of feels too salesy or it doesn't look very, it has to look a certain way and it works for you guys, but it won't work for me. I'm kind of specific and unique. And so this funnel design or template or strategy doesn't work.
Yeah. I can actually understand that because I don't think that you should use direct response internet marketer funnels for a lawyer, right? Or a dentist. I think you could use the psychology of creating a really good offer, right? But then design, look at what's already working in that industry, and design it accordingly. Again, this goes back to conversion design. It's not about being fancy, it's about being specific to build trust, right? So for a lawyer, maybe the font will be more serious. If it's a kids playing ground bouncy house is going to be, the design is going to be different because it's just, it has to match who you're selling to. And so it's more about that. And the language as well. I think I stood out a little bit when I started building funnels where everyone tried to use direct response marketing and I use more colloquial copy, which is more conversational. So it's just me speaking my thoughts, and if you look at my Facebook profile, the copy is just not very salesy. Um, so yeah, you should always adjust to the audience that you're speaking to and who you are as a brand.
Okay, let's maybe end with this. Gusten, you've been with us for an hour, man. It's been awesome. I feel like we've dropped a bunch of value in here and templates, a lot of really good stuff here, and there's more coming on Monday, guys. I'll be
Yep.
here for the next 30 minutes answering more questions. But Gusten, before you leave, kind of a question that I have that I think a lot of
Yeah.
people are just misunderstanding nowadays with funnels. I just see a lot of complexity in
Yeah.
up and coming marketers, internet marketers, just course creators. There's this kind of, I guess, misconception that I have to just build the perfect funnel. It needs to be really complex. And you mentioned at the beginning of this call, like the four types of funnels. And you
Yeah.
mentioned just focusing on like giving away free things. I can't stress enough how important I think that should be the main focus. I see a lot of people in the community. I could even pull a comment up right now of somebody who asked like 3 days ago. I think it was Muhammad. He's like, "Hey, I launched my book. I had 200,000 downloads a couple of years ago, and I've launched this book that I'm charging $50 for, and nobody bought it. It's just crickets, zero."
Mm.
And my whole thing is like, well, why not start by giving it away for free first? If people don't want to get it for free, they're not going to want to pay you for it, is my whole theory.
Yeah.
That's my whole concept is like, just get some traction, get the emails in the door. And like you mentioned, right? Come Black Friday, you can cash in like crazy on all those emails if you have some campaigns going. But like just when it comes to free things, like what's your favorite funnel to use if you have one, or maybe that's going to drop on Monday? And what's your general thoughts behind just building something of free and of value, as opposed to like building this really complex low ticket offer funnel or like a really big mid ticket offer funnel with order bumps and all these upsells to buy paid stuff? Talk to us maybe about like free lead magnet offers and funnels real quick.
Okay. So lead magnets, the goal is actually not just to give them the full transformation. Because what happens if you give them like a 200-page ebook? They're probably gonna read like 10 pages if it's good.
If that.
Right? Yeah. So what happens is they just stop following you because they got overwhelmed.
Mm,
And it's like there's a feedback cycle, a feedback loop, sorry. And so what you want to do is create like a 3-page checklist, like a report, and then you can still have an intro and like sell them on your process, but it's like it's shorter. So test with shorter lead magnets. And this should be something that gives you a lot of relief because it's you can use AI to give you ideas of things that you can create and name as one page what. So I have one page invoice template, I have one page proposal, I have one page like checklist for conversions, a launch checklist, like these simple things that I can then create an Instagram video about, and I can do a mini chat funnel where I say, hey, comment this thing and get it for free. So just test with free short stuff that gets them excited, gets them one win. And then what I would say on the paid product side, which I think a lot of people overlook, is don't sell the book. Don't sell the masterclass. Create a wow bundle. My first wow bundle like 5 years ago was 37 funnel templates for, and by the way, it's not these 37 that we've created now. For $37, so $1 per template. And then it came with like tutorials, how to change them and everything. So take the book and then create a checklist from the book. Have AI generate another resource and create a wow bundle where they see all this stuff. Maybe they use 3 of them, but they paid you $30 and they love you, right? And now they are interested to get into the next offer and the next membership that you have. And so take the book that you have, but ask ChatGPT, how can you turn this thing into 10 different
yeah.
um, resources with that? Stockton, I also have a free ebook that I can send you as well. I didn't think of this before, but it has 57 different digital assets that you can give people, right? So you can include these like freebies that you give to people, and keep them short. But this could give some people some ideas as well.
What do you say, folks? Would you like a free ebook from Gusten's Son here today for just $9.99? What do you want to sell it for? Let's pick a price. No, just kidding. Yeah, I mean that would be
No.
sick. I'm sure people would love it, man. If you want to drop
I'll
that,
put in a Google Drive and I'll message you on Facebook, and then if people want it, you can drop it in the
okay,
chat.
I'll do
I'm
it.
gonna
Yeah,
head
'cause-
out with the family boat day today, so
okay. All right, guys. Well, Goosen's got to head out. Goosen, man, you've been awesome.